Hello, my name is Harold Asturias, and I work at the Lawrence Hall of Science, the Science Center for the University of California in Berkeley. And my work is helping teachers see the connection between mathematics and English language development. So let's talk about that. And for me, it means that if you don't have access to the language, you don't have access to the mathematics. So it's an equity issue. I work on equity in mathematics. So let's look what that looked like. Let's see what that looks like. Solve this problem in the next 15 seconds. That's your task. If you understand it, you can read it out loud, but not translate. Tell your neighbor what the answer is. Better tell your neighbor what the question is. Okay, here's some more help. 15 more seconds. Here's the diagram, so you should be able to understand better what the question is. Right? So if we were learning mathematics in Tagalog, we would have a little bit of a hard time. So how did it feel to have to solve a problem in a different language? Did you feel that you had access to the language, to the content, to the mathematics, to the problem? I would bet that we may not have. But I think that you might have recognized some common features. So it uses the same alphabet that we use. You can see in the red rectangle some cognates, some words that we use very similar to the ones we use. You have capital letters and periods that are beginning and end sentences. Here's a version that you might understand better about that. But if we don't understand Tagalog, we might miss that the last sentence says, the horse going around the corral 3 times, right? So even if we have social language, we might not understand it. Many teachers say to me, I'm a math teacher, I'm not a language teacher. And then I say, think again. Where are students going to learn the language of mathematics if it's not in the math class, right? So we have to be language teachers as much as mathematics teachers because we have to teach them the language of mathematics. So think about a teacher who says, here's how you show thirds. Equal parts, and if you highlight one of those, then you have 1 out of 3, and then says to the students, create your own representation. And if the student produces that picture, what went wrong? What happened? You know, the Common Core State Standards ask about precision, attending to precision. Whose precision are we talking about here? The student's precision, the teacher's precision? What if a student was thinking about equal widths when he was creating that? Here are a couple of other examples. What's the difference between 11 and 6? 11 has 2 numbers, 6 has only 1. 11 is straight at. That's not the answer we want when we want them to compute 11 minus 6, right? Here's another one. How about if we say, take 7 from 93 as many times as you can, and the student says, I get 86 every time, right? So that's not the answer. If what we want them to say is that they can take 7 from 93 13 times. So what's the precision in which we are asking the questions, right? But why is it that English is so hard, particularly for English learners? Have you heard things like this? Up to 40% discount and more. I could not disagree with you. Less. This is plain English, isn't it? And we say things like this. Advanced planning, never before. You know, final ultimatum. When is an ultimatum not final? Teachers tell me when you give it to 8th graders. An ultimatum is never final. I don't know about you, but I don't know how to impersonally feel better. You know that guinea pigs are neither from Guinea nor are they pigs. There is no egg in eggplant nor ham in hamburger. If a vegetarian eats vegetables, what do a humanitarian eats? I spent last evening evening out a pile of dirt. Let me take a trip on the even. Here's a word that has many meanings, right? The floor is even, the picture is even with the window. Sleep provides even rhythm in our breathing. Looked sick and felt even worse. How about the dog has an even temperament? If we divide equally, we will be even. Ignite, so simple, even a child can do it. So these are social language, such everyday language meanings of the word even. And then guess what? We use it in mathematics. Well, but we also use it in these ways. Got even, to be even out, break even, not even Steven. If you're a beginner learner of English, you have to learn all these meanings of the word even. And then you have to learn what it means in mathematics. Number, an idea, a mathematical concept, even numbers, right? But also a mathematical idea of exactness. even amounts, equal amounts, or an exact amount, an even pound. So in here, the word is a social language word with the meaning of mathematics. So we, mathematics teachers, must teach the language of mathematics in order to give students, especially English learners, access to mathematics. And we must do that so deliberately, intentionally, and with attention to precision. Thank you.